Hello, it is me, it is thee, it is I. Guess what? I'm trying to decide. I've got Friday is the 1st, and that is when I start my DIY DP November. So I've got that all sorted. And yes, so until then, I'm just rattling around, and I thought, right, let's get one of these up, but I'm stuck. I'm trying to figure out which one I would like to do, you know, until Friday, obviously. So I've got this one. So it's that one, or there is this one. And to be honest, I'm tempted with this one because there's a lot of black outline and I quite enjoy doing that. But this one I've got a little bit further, not much further. But it is a little bit smaller than the other one. But well, hey, I think I'm going to do what I think I'm going to do the black outline and be done with. That's what I've got to do. I've got to make a decision and I've got to stick with it. And I should probably change and do this one tomorrow. Knowing me, knowing you, aha, aha. All the things I can do if I had a little... No, that's wrong, isn't it? Oh well. Right, so that one can go on the back of the door. My pile of things down nearby of now that one is in a box. I've got to find the right container for this one now. It's not that one. Is it that one? No, that's Art Deco. Is it that one? Problem is, I'm going to put tags on the handles, I think, so I know. That's Heidi. Well, that one did have a sticker, a label on the outside, but they don't stick that well. Right, it's this one, isn't it? Is it the pink one? Got too many cases. Oh, no, that is mandalas. Right, okay, okie dokie. What's that one? Flipping heck. 3 cases, 3,000 cases later, I mean. No, that's Christmas. Pink Gem Mini knockoffs. What's that one? I don't think this one is it. I think this one's something different. Ah, yeah, that was in a teacup, and I think I've got some more to that. Right, that's in a teacup, so it's not that one. No. The Voice, Petal Force. What's this one here? That's Serena. It's not that one. Okay. Okay, so we've worked out it's not behind the door. So let us just check these. What's this one? Evo tied up. That's in a teacup, just some of them, because the rest are in that pot. Oh, that's in a teacup. So what's that? Huh? I am confused. Doesn't take much. This one is in a teacup. And I've got 2 sections. One. That goes up to 758. I see. I see. I see. I hope I see anyway. Yeah, I'm going to add labels. Oh shit, there goes the wire again. It's trying to kill me, that wire. Right, what's that one? That's in a teacup as well. Oh, fudge, I don't bloody know. That one's the other one. What's in there now? No, no, no. Right, what's over here? That's a blank one. That one's different. Secret Temple, Rainbow Cove. Be true to yourself. Oh, for God's sake. No. Okay, haven't finished. I've got some more cases. It's going to be one of these, isn't it? No, that's Tabby Angel. That's Holiday. Oh, there it is. nearly the last one I looked at. What a surprise. I've got about 20 of these cases. It's a little bit excessive, I know. Yeah. Right. Let us get that on. God, 5 minutes in and I'm only just gathering. Right, here we go. Right, I need my weight just to hold things down. Oh, look what I made this morning. I had some of these. I got them from a charity shop. All those I got from a charity shop for 20p. I thought, oh, they'd be fab. So I've shoved them inside a pen, pink pen, and I've just put a bit of washi tape around. So I've got some, what's it, Mod Podge Dimensionals with some glitter in upstairs. So when I find that and get that out, I'm going to put some of that on here. Yeah, granted it's onto a little plastic pen, but, you know, quite, it'd be good if it was like a biro to put it on, but I haven't. So I think I might make a few more of those because they were fun. Right. Right, we're going to do black, and because we're doing black, I need it in a light tray. If I was doing whites and lighter colours, they'd be in that tray. Right. So I need one of these. Now, let's just put that there a minute while I really want to get all this black sorted. And this is a round, and I just don't bloody like rounds. Did I say that out loud? I don't like rounds much. I prefer squares. But beggars can't be choosers. Right, now I'm going to pull that back and then just do it that way then. Right, there we go. Right, let's get that here. Got plenty of black. Got that, as well as 1, 2, 3, 4 pots of the stuff. Right. Maybe if I did all the black outline to all this painting, it might be it's got to be done, isn't it? All right. Pen. It's getting it all on exactly. I think that's why I also not too struck on rounds, because if you don't get it on, you get the white showing through, all the trainer wheels. See, like that one? I think quite. Got to do more prodding about. Oh look, I missed one. I missed an R. Let's get that one there while I think about it. Oh dear, I am tired. Right. Yeah. So what is everyone doing? Well, I'm on day 2 of the penicillin. No, I still feel rough, but not as rough as I have been feeling. Which is something. But yes. Which is good. Now worse than feeling like crap. Right, it's that silly season, isn't it? dear. Well, oh God, I keep forgetting that. I don't like it when you end up having to pull the flip away from the thingamajig. I had a good old, it was a good chat session this morning on TikTok with the girls. Oh, we shouldn't have to get up so early though. But it is needed, so I don't actually really mind, because it also means that I go to bed early. Well, except for last night, where I went down the blasted, what rabbit hole was it that time? I don't know, but one of the rabbit holes I went down. Yeah. Am I in shot? Okay, I'm just about. Yeah, I did a bit of my sexy wangy bow tied up today, which is quite good. Just one more square, but that was enough concentration. Considering my head is still full of muzziness because of my sinuses being terrible. So I'm going to do this filming. I would have liked to have done another one. I've got to check with Louise whether I can start kitting up Woolhead, because that is a painting that when she's finished with her Willy Wonka, she's got Woolhead too, and said we'd do it together, so to speak. So I've got to see if maybe I can kit up. No big shakes if I can't. There's plenty more other paintings I've got that I can kit up. Not that I should really, I should actually start doing them. Yes. So has anybody else had this painting? And if so, what did you think of it? Dear, I think I'm going to have to what's the word? No, not deputtify. Put some more putty in. Let's have a slurp of tea. See if the heat will act as a decongestant. Oh dear. Yeah, I'm going to do this filming and then I'm going to go up and have a nap. Yeah, at least rest. Because I need something. The later in the day it gets, the more crap I feel. Yeah. But was looking at pussycats yesterday on Facebook, and I had to I replied to one, and I thought, oh, I really like that one, I like it. And of course then I saw another few which were more recent pictures of pussycats, and I went, oh my god, that one's even calling me out even more. But I had to reply to her in the end and say, I'm gonna have to wait till after the new year, because my landlord, she doesn't, they say no more pets. They said after your cat dies, you can't get any more pets, which I think is very wrong, considering how good pets do. And it's not as if I'm asking to have a bloody St Bernard or a Great Dane. I'm asking to have a bloody cat. But yeah, so I'm trying to find ways of working around that, but I can't do anything till after the new year. And that was a bit of an impulse. Oh my god, really like that. What I should have done was wait a bit. Now the other cat that I saw as well, she was nice as well. She was really lovely. Funny enough, she looked a bit like a Maine Coon. She was so fluffy, and I just thought, oh, that'd be lovely. And then I thought, no, that would be horrible. Even though she's a darling, I was thinking, no, because she's going to need grooming and brushing and, oh god. And then how much of that hair will I have then floating around the house? And I just thought, you know, some days I don't even run a brush through my own hair. That's because I cut my hair very short. I will run my hand through and neaten it up. But I just think, no. But well, we shall see. So I've replied to her, and I can't do anything till the new year anyway. I have we have a Christmas sort of like a get together, a meeting that always comes at the beginning of like December, where all our licensees, because we're known as licensees, we all get together, and majority of us, I mean, we're all invited, but whether we all turn up is another thing. But that's when we can discuss things. So I'm then going to I've got to sort out the animal thingamajig. But then I keep toying up with, if I want to try and move to the house that's just swap with one of the neighbours who's in a bigger house, which, to be honest, he's a young lad and he doesn't need a bigger house, and he always complains about it. But it's the house right next to the shed where my scooter belongs is. So it'd be ideal for me to be in that house, and also it's got a wet room, which would be definitely ideal. So I can sort that out. Oh shoot! I've just got to knock my my drills over. Oh god! Luckily, they landed on a they've landed on a painting, but the painting, the bit that's excuse that noise. Can't believe that. Right, that's that. Good little hoover. Bit noisy though. Definitely well worth getting. Temu, this one was for £3 something or other. Probably could get it cheaper now, but £3 it was. Right. Yes. Oh, good. I've had the lady message me back from about the cat, about the message that I gave her. She said, oh, no, okay, no problem. sad because I would have liked that pussycat, to be honest. But I need to get this sorted because if I want to do a move, I will do that first. I don't particularly want to get a cat, which then that'll get their back up because I've already gone against their wishes. And then they turn around and say, well, no, you can't move now because you know, you've now got a cat and we didn't want you to get a cat. So I thought, no, I'll move first if I can. And then once I'm in there, if it happens, then I will get a cat. Yeah. Oh dear. Why am I single placing? That isn't going to get this done, is it? Oh, yeah, I've got to tidy this house up anyway. Well, it's not the house as such. I've got to hoover the stairs. I might down the woodwork. That's what I've got to do there. My upstairs isn't too bad. I've just got to hoover there. And I've got to sort my laundry out as well. Oh, that's in the bathroom. Because I've used the bloody bath. I used to have a tub, big plastic tub, which I'd have in the bathroom, which I'd put my dirty clothes in. Well, that is now under my table because I did use it, and I used it also when taking my washing out of the washing machine. I'll take it, put it in that tub, and then I'll take it and I'll get my little stool and I'll sit by the door, get my airer outside, and then I would sit on my stool and take the clothes from the tub and hang them up. But that tub is now under my table with crafty bits in. Knew it happened. Sooner or later it was bound to happen. And my other laundry basket, you know, one of those oval type, you know, standard ones for putting your washing in usually. That one has got clothes in, clean clothes, which I should put away in my drawers, my chest of drawers. But means I've got to fold them, you see. And folding is the bane of my life because my arms, oh God, they kill when I'm holding any kind of weight upwards, and it's worse when I was hanging out washing. You know, it's much worse than that because the clothes are heavier then. But when I'm like folding up dry clothes, it's a nightmare too, and the pain. So I have to prepare myself. Bloody getting old malarkey is not all it's cracked up to be. But well. Right, is that all that bit? Yeah, because that goes up to the bit that I've done. Right, so let's do some more. Yeah. Oh dear. Well, birthday next week. Next Sunday, I think. Not that I'll be doing anything. Well, apart from DIY DP. Got to work out the bloody percentages. I'm just going to wing it. So I have to work out roughly. I don't think percentages is a great thing to work on, because it's all right if you start at the very beginning of a painting, you know, new start, that's fine. But if you've already started painting, like quite a lot of people have, how do you work it then? Because, you know, you can give the percentage that it says on your thing and think, yeah, that's it, I've got the percentage. But unless you take away the amount of drills that were already placed beforehand, you are not going to have a true percentage. Well, that's my logic in maths. If I'm wrong, please tell me and work it out. But that's how I see it as. And I just think, no, you've got to, you know, it'd do better without having the percentage, because, you know, not everybody's using Pattern Keeper, which gives a percentage, but then that's not accurate, because, as I've said before, if you're starting midway, you've already done X percent. But well, now I want to try and aim to finish my painting. It's slightly bigger, just slightly bigger than the one I did in January, and that was a new start, and I did that one from beginning to, I think, a few days before the end, I think it was. Or was it one day over? No, it was about, I did that within the month, I'm sure of it. And if I didn't, well, it was only a few days over, if that. So, I want to, I mean, I won one of the most drills placed in, funnily enough, last November. And I think I did about 48,000 drills I placed in that month. Might be more, actually, because that was a 230 something of 1,000 painting. Somebody tell me why I'm doing single placing again. Yeah, God knows. Let's get a few more of these. These drills are supposed to be bigger than squares, and do you know what? Looking at them, I think, no, they're not. They're smaller. I've got a round blank canvas upstairs. This is before I realised that you couldn't do, well, you can, but it's not good to do a DIY DP, you know, a do-it-yourself cross-stitch conversion in rounds. But I was looking at that, I was thinking, I'm going to try and use that for doing squares. But then I realised, I went, oh, hold on a minute. Squares are, what's the word? A different size. Rounds are about, is it 2.8? And squares are 2.5. So I was thinking, I mean, I could still use squares, but I'd have to do it as in a, you know, drill by drill by drill, row by row, and then not worry about the circles, because, you know, well, Alternatively, I keep the round one and then I just use that and cut it out certain shapes from it to then do the, you know, fun projects. But I do not know. I have to work it out. I'm trying to think with my Yibo. Now I'm going back to my Sexy Wang Yibo painting, the one that I'm doing on wooden tiles. I'm just trying to think because I want to raise up some of it. I would like to raise up his body part, all the bits of his body above the foundation blocks. So I'll have like one foundation block and that'd be the basis of it all, but then when it gets to his body I would put a blank foundation block and then I would stick the one that I drilled on top of that so it was higher up, and I'm just trying to toy up with how I in my head mentally working it all out and seeing if it'd work. And then could I use 3 blocks high for some places, but then what places? I think 2 blocks is going to be the one really, because it's going to be subtle enough that, but I will see when it comes down to it. I've got to paint or spray. I'll probably spray actually the bit of hardboard, and I've got to sand down the edges, and I've got to find some what's it called, framing, some bit of dowel or something, the moulding or whatever I think it's called, so it looks like a picture frame around it. God, that's a plane and a half going over. Yes, so many things that I want to do and try. I'm still coming to terms slowly with my ASD diagnosis. So many things that have been popping up that are going through my head, and I'm thinking, oh my God, like I have what we say is sensorineural hearing loss, which means I have trouble hearing certain conversations. If I'm in a room and it's crowded, and even if I'm talking to somebody right in front of me, that conversation I can't really hear, but I can hear a conversation a little while away, a little way away, and there's no rhyme or reason as to which conversations I will hear and which ones, so it makes it very hard in concentrating. But apparently that is also a sign of ASD, which is quite interesting. There's that. Oh, and eating fast. That is another one, and I definitely eat fast, so much so that I tend to choke a bit. Yes. I do tend to overshare a bit with my own stuff, so I've got to double check, and it is exhausting still. I mean, some things I just have now started letting go of, and I would have thought that would have made me less tired, but no, I've been doing it for so long, masking for so long, that that is exhausting to suddenly just let go. I can't seem to do it, so oh, and stomach issues is another one with ASD. Who'd have thunk it, eh? Which is probably about right, actually, thinking about it, because of like stress and anxiety, and the anxiety that I had when I was younger, all growing up, in and out of therapy. Oh God. Oh, it's crazy to think. Yeah, you know, kids do get anxious, but there was a more of a higher chance that I would because of it, apparently. And if I'd known that then, you know, I'm not saying things would be different, but it might have given me a bit more of a different perspective on things. But there again, I'm also glad that I didn't know. God, you know, back then things were hard at any rate, let alone add something, you know, which the bullies could use even more. No thank you. But well, we will slowly come to terms with it. Makes certain more sense of lots of things I did when growing up. But of course, when you're growing up and it's like the 70s, it wasn't thought of, you know, it wasn't, you know, given the nasty name of being slow, or it was a learning disability, or remedial. And they'd shove you in remedial classes, but that's what it was like back then. And thinking about it, the obsessive like interests, because for some strange reason I really got into history at primary school and then at secondary school, and I would write pages and pages about, in my history book, about, you know, what the subject was. Usually it was the Tudors and the Spanish Armada, and I wrote literally, one time I wrote practically the whole exercise book, it all about the Armada and the people, you know, and stuff. I really got my head, and that was back in the day when all we had was like encyclopedias or a history book, perhaps, you know, to glean some stuff on. Really crazy, isn't it? When you think about it. I mean, how did we know about all this stuff? This was proper knowing, wasn't it, when we were younger? Because now just people just do a search on Google, and before you know it, you've got everything you need to know about it, you know, from several different sources, so quick. Whereas back in our day, when we were doing all this, you were lucky if you had the right encyclopedia which had a little bit about them, because if you didn't, you had to make do with your notes or the history books from school, or if you were that way inclined, go to the library and, you know, swat up. So, kids nowadays realise just how easy you actually have it. You know, and nowadays I think you're allowed to take calculators into some exams. We weren't allowed. I mean, even doing sine and cosine and tangents, we had a book which we used, but we still had to do, you know, the maths part of it to figure out which you know, which sort of code basically to use. I mean, I remember it was TOA. TOA was the opposite over the adjacent for tangent. What else was it? Oh God, I just remember that one mainly. The others, what were the others? TOA. There was cosine, which was, well, it was all like opposite over the adjacent and stuff like that. So yeah, anyway, there's cosine and sine. I never remember those. I've got to look them up now. Here we go with Google. What was I just saying? Oh, I've done it again. This time they've gone off the table. Fucking hell. Oh God, what? Oh. That's going to be a bit crap. Going to be a bit fluffy, I think, this one. Noisy, isn't it? Right, let's see how much fluff went in. A little. But it'll just have to do. But you're all shouting at me about the cosine, the sine and the tangent. Right. I'll let us have a look. Golly, 3:15. So 4 o'clock. I can't have my right. Can't eat from 4 o'clock onwards. Tangent. What do they call them? Cosine and sine. What are they called? Oh. Right. Angles. Right, here we go. Let's see if this one helps. No, that isn't. Come on, there's a rule. Well, I'm at a H, a hypotenuse, but come on. Trigonometry, that's the bugger. God. Hypotenuse, opposite, adjacent. TOA, tangent, will be the opposite of the adjacent. Oh, here we go. So sine was SOH, which was opposite over the hypotenuse, that's sine. And then cosine was the adjacent over the hypotenuse, so that was car. And then tangent was the opposite over the adjacent, which was tangent TOA, TOA. Yeah. And that's what I remember about trigonometry, that and the books. And forget everything else. Hated it. Evil. I think I got it wrong mostly. Right, yes. Well, do you know what? I have to say, I think I'm going to have to go because I am so tired. I'm running out of things to say, and I bet this black's just, you know, a little bit boring, isn't it? Yes, I've got to figure out whether I can kit up bedhead, woolhead early. It's not called woolhead, but we just call it woolhead. So I should be working on alongside woolhead as I'm doing the DIY DP. So that's going to be quite good. Right, no good. I'm afraid I can't do any more. I'm so tired. I'm going to leave that there and put the lid on this one. Put it there. I'm going to get the lid for this. Right there. And I'm going to love you and leave you, I'm afraid. I think I'm going to go and have my penicillin. Had that a bit early. Can't remember when I last had the last ones. Midday, I think. No, I can't have them early. Not early, it's too early. 4 o'clock. Yeah, I'll have them at 4. Yeah, and then I can sleep. So on that note, I'm going to love you and leave you, and I will see you very, very soon. Have a good DP session if you're doing it, or whatever you're doing, and just relax and take it easy and be kind to yourself. So see you soon. Bye.